Hey, what's up? So, today I thought I'll just maybe do like a quick hour stream of like heart health related things since I'm dealing with that pretty much on a regular basis myself. Um, so, I've done a lot of research into this about what to do to maintain better heart health, and I pretty much have structured a lifestyle around trying to prevent heart problems. I've been spending a lot of time into that, pretty much at least an hour every day of research. At least an hour, and some days I'll just research all day long. Like I'll just make it a whole entire day of just research of what to do to maintain better heart health. I know it sounds a little crazy, but I've been researching like nutrition and lifestyle patterns or whatever, and then like just looking at also studies at pubmed.org about like different groups of people and what they eat and how healthy their hearts are and all that, just to see if I can get an idea, general idea. The more information you soak up about really anything, the smarter that you get about it. Even if it's, you have like some people, there is a small group of people that still think that keto is the heart healthiest diet, but then people are starting to realize that that's actually not the healthiest way to go about um, go about having a healthier heart. Is keto diet the healthiest for heart? Yeah, I mean, believe it or not, February is actually Heart Awareness Month. Every February. And I usually try to spend more time into researching during this period of time about random things, about heart health and stuff, just because it's Heart Awareness Month. Yeah, my opinion is that keto, which I've done before, I don't think it's a healthy diet. I don't think it's a heart healthy diet. And from what all the information I've gathered, from what I've tried on myself, it is not the best diet to be on for any reason, really. I guess if you have epilepsy, then there's an actual reason. I think that might be like the actual only reason to do that. But like fats in general are actually not good for your heart because they can damage the arteries. Carbs cannot really damage the arteries as nearly as much as fats can, especially like saturated fats and then trans fats are like the worst. Um, like from the information I've gathered, if you're trying to like prevent your heart from getting worse, then you should do a higher carb, low fat diet. But then if you're actually trying to reverse heart disease, then from my understanding, you should probably go on an ultra low fat diet, an actual ultra low fat diet where you hardly have any fats at all in your diet, and you just mostly have like carbohydrate in form of whole plant food, not processed carbs. That's a really important aspect. I have watched so many videos on YouTube, read so many articles on the internet. I pretty much know who all these people are here because I've watched about every one of these guys' videos. And from what I've noticed about all these different people is that like they have different views on how to diet. Like you have the low carb people and you got the high carb people and you got like carnivore people, and they all like strongly believe in their diet. But from all the information that I have gathered, all the videos I have watched, all the articles I have read, all the studies I have read, including like research studies, that I have came to the conclusion that a higher carb, low fat diet is a more heart healthy diet. But you have to be very careful where you get your carbohydrates from. You can't just eat like a bunch of processed carbohydrate. You need to get your carbs from whole natural plant sources like fruit and vegetables, pretty much. That's really the heart healthiest diet, is just fruit and vegetables. And then you can take that a step further, and by including beans into your diet, or including a couple nuts into your diet, not much. Too many nuts is bad. And also you got to be careful with nuts because a lot of them come with too many anti-nutrients, which you don't want. You can get rid of anti-nutrients in nuts by soaking them or sprouting them. The only nuts I include in my diet right now is I have one Brazil nut a day, and that's it. Because Brazil nuts have like the highest selenium content of any food source out there, and selenium is if you get a good amount of selenium on a regular basis, it's very healthy. So one Brazil nut a day. Make sure that you always get your selenium intake. So that's really good to do, I think. COVID vaccines are causing a massive spikes in heart issues. Yeah, I agree with that. I have to be careful with what I say about vaccines, because if I say that they're bad and that people should not get them, then I could be banned. People are getting banned. Like people who do podcasts or websites that are anti-vaxxers, they are getting shut down. So I have to be careful about talking about that kind of stuff. But generally, I have always been against optional pharmaceutical drugs my entire life. There's been many times where I was prescribed painkillers for things, and I just didn't take them. I would rather deal with the pain because I don't want to take any kind of like man-made drug or anything like that. Actually, the last time I took a pharmaceutical drug was when I was 24 years old. I took the Z-Pak, which is an antibiotic. And I end up being in the emergency room for 3 days. My eyes were blowing up all red, and I got really ill and sick, and my eyes felt like they were drying and bulging out of my head. That was the last time I took a pharmaceutical anything. And it was like and I didn't even need to take the antibiotic because I just had a cold, and my doctor prescribed me an antibiotic. It was just the dumbest thing. I'm like, I should not even be taking that anyway. So I just try to avoid anything that is an optional pharmaceutical drug. Unless I absolutely need to, if I know that I need to just take something like that, then I will, but I'm very, very cautious now about any kind of optional pharmaceutical anything. Because I know that they're not always the best thing for you, and a lot of times you don't even really need them because there's other ways around to help with your issues. And a lot of those is just the proper diet and exercise that will get rid of pretty much all that stuff. Yeah, I mean, I learned myself, like, people who are on statin drugs, there's so many people on statin drugs when all they got to do is add more fiber into their diet and stop eating so much processed foods, and then you just don't even need statins anymore. That lowers your cholesterol just automatically just by not eating processed foods and eating whole natural foods instead. That's just one example, but there's so many other examples for all kinds of stuff. So here is so I went to the doctor about 2 weeks ago, and my doctor told me that now's the time that I should be getting open heart surgery for a heart issue that I have, which is my issue is called severe aortic stenosis. But the thing is, though, I don't have any symptoms at all. Like, I feel healthy and fine. I can do my cardio workouts and I don't have any problem. Like, I don't feel any symptoms or chest pain or dizziness or tiredness or anything at all. And my doctor is now saying that now should be the time that I get open heart surgery to resolve it. Well, according to this article on ahajournals.org, says severe aortic stenosis should not be operated on before symptom onset. I read the entire article, and it's basically saying unless there's any kind of symptoms, there's no need for surgery. So the doctor's trying to push surgery on me for absolutely no reason. Just probably for the hospital to make money on the surgery, because the surgery is like 250 grand or something like that. So I'm dealing with that right now. Anyway, the deal in my situation is that I've been scheduled for an echocardiogram on March 23rd, and then he said that we will go from there. He also told me that he has never seen a patient last as long as me with my issue. He says that is very impressive in the fact that he's never seen anyone go over 4 years with this problem and still be not have any symptoms. He says he almost doesn't even believe me that I don't have any symptoms because he just never has seen that before. But the thing is, though, I don't think he quite understands how hard I am trying to get rid of my symptoms. And also, I am literally trying to reverse my problem. From what I understand, this problem, my doctor told me that it's non-reversible and that there's nothing that can be done to reverse it. Well, from my research, that is not true. It just hasn't been proven to be reversible yet. That is more of an appropriate answer. I kind of don't appreciate a lot of the things my doctor tells me. He kind of just spits words out that are not completely accurate. He's like, this is non-reversible. There's nothing that you can do to reverse it. But the correct answer is that it just hasn't been proven to be reversible. So anyway, I'm actually doing whatever I possibly can to actually reverse this. So I'm actually trying very, very hard to do that. I'm doing a lot of steps every day to try to achieve that. A lot of different things. And in the process, I assume that that is the reason why it hasn't really gotten any worse. It's also the reason why I don't have any symptoms. I also feel very healthy. It almost feels like I don't even have any problem at all. I don't even feel like I have any issue at all. So when he's telling me now's the time for open heart surgery, if there are all these things I'm doing on a regular basis, it just blows my mind. Like, he can even say something like that. But yeah, so one of the things maybe I'd like to discuss over the next hour or so during this discussion stream is maybe some of the stuff that I'm doing, some of the stuff that I'm eating to try and reverse this. I know that sounds crazy saying that, like I'm trying to reverse this, because I know it hasn't been proven to be reversible. But maybe I could be the first one to actually prove that this can be reversed. I'm doing some things that I don't think no one has even really tried before. So I might have some hope in my situation, because I'm doing a lot of different things. Change doctor. Well, at this point, I will. I mean, if it comes down to it, and he is for certain that he's telling me to go get the surgery. I mean, he's not. My doctor's not the one actually doing the surgery. He's just determining when I should get it. When it comes to the point to where he is 100% certain that I need to go get it, then at that point I'll go get a second opinion. But he's just, what he said a couple weeks ago was that he said that now is the time that I should probably get it. I think he's just basing I think he's basing his timings on his other patients that he's dealing with the same problem. Like all the other patients that he's seen over his 30 years of being a cardiologist, he even admitted that his never lasted nearly as long as I have with this situation. And that it just doesn't quite comprehend a lot of the things I'm even doing to try and prevent this from becoming worse, or I'm possibly even reversing this. It feels like I'm reversing it because it feels like when I do my cardiovascular workouts every other morning on an empty stomach, about a half hour after I wake up, I do 20 minutes of cardio. Just doing the cardio lets me know how well I'm doing for everything. Like, if the cardio workout is really easy to do and I'm not bogged down during it, then I know I'm doing the right things. I know that I'm on the right track. But if I am bogged down during my cardio, then I think to myself, okay, what did I eat yesterday that's bogging me down today? And then I just simply take that out of my diet. And that is one of the cool things about my situation right now, is that my aortic valve is kind of narrowing due to this problem, and it lets me know what foods are really making it narrower or having the blood flow be more harder to go through me. And some of those foods that I have pointed out and now have eliminated are things like eggs are definitely one of them. Eggs were giving me chest pain. Eggs were bogging me down. When I just took the eggs out, boom, I was so much better. Blood flow improved dramatically after I took the eggs out. Another things that were causing me to be bogged down were nut butters, like pumpkin seed butter, almond butters. I just took those out and boom, much better circulation. Other things I've taken out that also improved were popcorn, especially popcorn that has been salted with like palm oil on it, or like other kinds of oil like coconut oil on it, or even just plain popcorn. For some reason, popcorn was giving me problem, especially when I had salt and butter on it. So I eliminated that out of my diet. Other things that were giving me chest pain was Chipotle. That is I don't know if you guys, some of you may not have a Chipotle in your area, but it's kind of like a healthier Taco Bell, I guess, where you can go get a burrito and like you can get like beans and rice and guacamole and all this stuff. For some reason, Chipotle was giving me chest pain, so I took that out of my diet. Once I did that, then I simply felt better. I just replaced Chipotle with homemade food, just like I just go to the grocery store, buy my own vegetables, and make my own salad instead of going to Chipotle. So that improved that. What other things were giving me chest pain here? Lots of starch combined with oils. Like if I had a potato with an olive oil on it, that also was bogging me down with my cardio workouts. So I don't eat any kind of potatoes with oil on it, or even like potatoes with guacamole or avocado even. Don't even do that no more. Also oils in general are not good for heart health. If you're trying to actually reverse heart disease or improve heart health, you should have 0 oils in your diet. No added oils. Don't put oil on your salad. Don't consume any product that has oil on it or oil in it. Oils are bad for the heart. It's actually like a processed food. Oils are not a whole plant food. Is a processed food. So it should be avoided. Especially should be avoided. Even things like coconut oil should be avoided. It's a highly dense form of saturated fat. It's bad for the heart. It damages the lining of the arteries. It causes the cholesterol to stick to your arteries and form plaques. and that is what caused the atherosclerosis thing, where it's like hardening of the arteries, stiffening of the arteries. Oils will cause that. So that's very not good for the heart. What other things were giving me chest pain? Chipotle, popcorn, nut butters, eggs. Restaurant food also was causing it too, like random restaurant food, especially really salty restaurant foods. So I like never eat at restaurants anymore. And if I do, or if I'm forced to doing so, I will now just have like the lightest thing they have there, like a small side salad and like a glass of water, or like some tea, and that's it. Just for the conversational purposes only. I will not gorge out on any other kind of meals that they have. I'll just have like a small side salad and like some tea or something, and that's pretty much it. If I go out to eat, or if I'm forced to go out to eat, that's what I do now. Although last time I went out to eat was like on Christmas time, and that's what I had. I had like a side salad. I hate it when people make fun of me. It's like, that's all you're eating, is that? I'm like, yep, but I'll go home and eat a big salad that I'll make myself. That's made from organic greens and like shredded beets, raw beets. Things like that are very good for the heart. Any kind of greens, raw beets, really good for you. I have that all the time. So I'm trying to think of what else was causing me to bog me down during my cardio workouts. Oh yeah, another thing that bogs me down for my cardio workouts is eating late at night. So if I like just eat within hours before going to sleep, like anything really, like even if it's just like a banana, or like a couple bananas late at night, or like some fruit late at night, or even if I splurge and have like a cut or a bowl of oatmeal late at night, especially oatmeal, that was really bad late at night. Like things like starches should only be eaten more towards the beginning of the day. You don't want to eat any starches late at night, because if you're like, it can cause like stiffness issues in the body, like spondylitis. I think I was dealing with that a few years ago, where like I would get in this rut where I would have like a small bowl of oatmeal like every night, like within 2 hours before going to bed, and then I wake up feeling all stiff, and my back would be all stiff and achy. And it's because of the oatmeal. It's like the bacteria is just like eating the oat. It causes bad bacteria that grow in your gut, which causes like spinal stiffness and stuff. So I cut that out, and it just solved the problem on that. And also my cardio workouts improved. So now, from all the research I have done, and I realize, is that when you eat is equally as important as what you eat. Like, it is literally equally important as what you eat, of when you eat. And what I mean by that is, intermittent fasting is so powerful. It's so effective at improving your heart health, and your health all around. Daily intermittent fasting, weekly intermittent fasting, monthly and yearly. I do all that stuff. I do daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly. So daily means eating in within a time window every day. So you want to eat in a smaller time window every day, and shift that window more towards the beginning of the day, but not right when you wake up. So what I mean by this is that you don't want to eat at least an hour, and within an hour after you wake up. Like right when you wake up, the only thing you should have is like a drink of water, and that's it. Don't eat for at least a whole hour, because your body is trying to wake up, and your body can wake up more efficiently by not having food in you. So wait an hour after you wake up, and then you eat. Okay, and then the second thing is, you don't want to eat at least within like 3 or 4 hours before you go to sleep every night. So that right there is like, what, a 10-hour eating window? At least. So you at least want to aim for a 10-hour eating window every day, more shifted towards the beginning of the day. So wake up at least an hour, and then you can eat for 10 hours. At least that. No more than that. But if you want to improve that even further, then you want to narrow your eating window even more. What I'm doing right now is I'm eating in a 6-hour eating window every day. So I'm eating. I wait about 2 hours after I wake up to eat my first meal. 2 hours, and then I do start my 6-hour eating window, and then I quit it in the middle of the day, and then I don't eat anything for 8 whole hours before I go to bed. 8 hours. That's a long time with no food. So the key is that when you go to sleep every single night, you're pretty much sleeping on an empty stomach. That's huge. I cannot express how important that is to go to sleep on an empty stomach every single day will dramatically improve your health and your heart health and everything. That is just so important. It's equally as important as what you eat during your eating window. It's like equally as important. It's so important that I have grasped the concept to make sure that I do that on a regular basis. It's called daily intermittent fasting. Some people even take that a step further and have like their eating window in a 4-hour eating window, or in like a 1-hour eating window. That's crazy to me. I don't think I could do a 1-hour eating window because I think eating a whole bunch of stuff all at once is not good for you. I think it's better to space it out at least a little bit so that your body has time to like digest all the food and digest it properly. So like I don't do that, but some people swear by it, just eating one meal a day. I mean, maybe I haven't tried that yet myself. I guess I have done it a few times, like a few days, like here and there. But like mostly my daily intake of stuff would be like it would just be a 6-hour eating window. Now, also what I was saying about intermittent fasting is that you can do it in a weekly basis where once a week you will either lower your calories for like one day or two days, or something that you do like once a week where you just either lower your calories or eliminate your calories for like an entire day to further extend fasting and to incorporate more fasting into your life. So what I'm doing right now is that I don't eat on Tuesdays at all. That is my weekly intermittent fasting, where every once a week I just don't eat for one whole day, and that's on Tuesdays. That's actually would be tomorrow for me. I will not eat anything tomorrow. Tomorrow is Tuesday, so I just won't eat anything during that day. I've been following that now for several years, and I think that alone has been huge on my health, and I think it is preventing my issue from getting worse. I just think it's so important to do, so I have been sticking with it. It does take a bit more willpower to do that than the daily intermittent fasting. The daily intermittent fasting is easy, but the one day a week is a little bit harder. But since I understand the importance of it so much, I have been sticking with it and I've been doing it. So I'm very happy that I am. And now the monthly intermittent fasting is this the same thing, but I extend it for 2 whole days. So instead of just one day a week, I then extend it to 2 days in a row, once a month. Now, lately, the second day can be really rough of not eating. So what I do is, as I do eat a couple hundred calories in one meal, unlike the second day, sometimes, if I really feel like I want to, just to get by, if I need some energy to do something, then I will have like a couple hundred calories from like maybe one apple or something like that. But it's still like a fasting day overall. So that's the monthly intermittent fasting. And then the yearly intermittent fasting is once a year during the summertime, not winter. I will then do a 5 to 7 day water fast once a year. That is a lot more rougher to do. I have done several of those. I don't do it every year. Maybe every other year I'll do that. The longest fast I've ever done was in 2016. I did an 8-day water fast in 2016, an 8-day water fast. And I even wrote an article about that right here. So this article here explains what Basically, my fasting history. Well, I wrote this article in 2017, so it's kind of old now, but it's what I did up until this point, and it explains some of the benefits that I got from the 8-day water fast. I never did anything longer than an 8-day water fast, but I have done numerous 5-day water fasts, and they're very, very powerful for cleansing, especially for joint health. That's the one thing I noticed the most is your joints just get totally cleaned out after around like the 4th and 5th day of not eating anything. You will notice a huge improvement in your joints, like way more so than what you would think. Like you would, after doing a 4 or 5 day water fast, you're like, wow, I didn't know I had so much crap in my joints. My joints feel like they're like brand new. So that is the one thing I notice almost every single time I do a longer water fast. And that's why I feel like they are important to do on a regular basis, at least like once every other year. At least once every other year, I will do a long extended water fast. That's at least 5 days. I know it's a long time, but I just feel like it's important to do on like a regular basis, as far as like once every other year or even once a year. It's harder to do, and I only recommend doing them during the summertime because you're able to get sunlight in the summertime, and sunlight actually provides you with energy, so you can have energy while you're fasting with no calories, because sunlight actually gives you energy. So in the wintertime, it's hard to do a longer water fast because if you don't have the light, if you don't have the sunlight energy, it's just harder to do a longer water fast. Because I've tried it. I tried to do a longer water fast in the wintertime, and it's just so freaking hard because of lack of energy from the sun. But during the summertime, it's so easy. It's actually so easy, I was able to go to 8 days because it just felt easy. It got to a point to where if you're like 5 or 6 days in, then it just becomes easy. Like you're not even hungry anymore. You're just coasting. It's just so easy during the summertime. So yeah, that's my fasting regimen, is where you want to do daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly for intermittent fasting. You want to have a whole fasting regimen for all that stuff to improve your heart health and basically improve your health like all around. So now that I got the fasting stuff covered, I can talk about some of the things that I eat during my 6-hour eating window, and that includes, the first thing I usually eat is generally some kind of fruit or a juice. Like this shows you some of my breakfasts that I've had over the last month. This is one day of breakfast here that I had one day, which is like a couple oranges, some blueberries, and chia seeds. I alternate every other day for 2 tablespoons of chia seeds or 2 tablespoons of ground flax seeds, as most of my fats that I get every day are from that, and also the omega-3 fatty acids are from that. And like one day I had all this. This is all juice ingredients. I ate the 3 apples whole, and then I juiced everything else, and that was a breakfast. That was a breakfast I did. This is a dinner I had one night. This is actually what my dinner usually looks like. Something like this. As you can see, there's no starches in this. It's just, there's some mushrooms, broccoli, cucumbers, Brussels sprouts, some black garlic bulbs, a couple pieces of tempeh in there, not much, and then there's some cauliflower, and then there's herbs and spices, and a couple of steamed tomatoes with the skins taken off of them. Very simple. This is only like maybe 500 calories, and that's it, if even that. I don't have any meat in my diet. I eat no meat right now. The only meat that I get my protein from this. I get my protein from this right here. This is fermented soybeans. It's called natto, and I've been fermenting it myself. And this is what I usually have every single day at 3 p.m. sharp, which is actually what I should be eating right now because it's 3 p.m. But I'll probably eat that in about 20 minutes. from after I cut my stream here. But anyway, this is fermented beans. Some people think this is the most disgusting food on the planet. It's also very stinky and smelly and slimy. I ferment this myself on a regular basis. It is my main source of protein that I have every day because I don't eat any meat. That is all I have. The thing with this is that beans are really good for the heart because they contain a good source of fiber and also protein, and they're just really good for the heart, and especially this because it's a fermented bean. And the thing is that this bacteria will coat the lining of your intestines, and then it will constantly churn out vitamin K2 on a regular basis all day long. So you will always have high levels of vitamin K2 running through your body all the time. And what vitamin K2 does is that it takes calcium out of your blood and puts it where it belongs, either in your teeth, your bones, or puts it to use. It just takes the calcium out of your blood. That's the biggest thing with this. And the thing is, when you have calcium just lingering around your blood all the time, the calcium can get trapped and cause calcium deposits in your arteries. It can cause blockages. Calcium lingering around in your blood can cause blockages, and it can cause calcium to get trapped and stuck in your arteries. But if you're able to take it out on a regular basis, then that will dramatically reduce the chance of calcium getting stuck in your arteries or your veins and things like that. That's what vitamin K2 does, and it's very powerful at that. And if you take vitamin K2 supplements, it's just not nearly as effective as this because the bacteria coats the lining of your gut and constantly makes vitamin K2 all day long. So you always have vitamin K2 in your system. If you combine this with vitamin D, then that will further enhance the effect of the calcium absorption and also calcium utilization in the body. You get vitamin D either from the sun, or if you can't get it from the sun, you can get it from a supplement or fortified foods. But yeah, this is what I usually have every day for lunch is fermented beans, and this is called natto, and I ferment it myself on a regular basis. My breakfast is usually some kind of fruit. Like this is what I had for breakfast yesterday: is a couple blood oranges and one apple. This is what I had for breakfast yesterday. Today I had for breakfast a vegetable juice consisting of kale, dandelion greens, ginger root, fresh turmeric root, and one carrot, and had 2 lemons in there. That's what I had for breakfast today. So I had for breakfast on February 14th just a bowl of blueberries and strawberries and 2 tablespoons of chia seeds, and everything is organic too. All the stuff I get is 100% organic produce and foods that I get. Yeah, blueberries are really good for the heart because they actually contain things that will help dilate the arteries and keep things out of the arteries, lower cholesterol, all kinds of stuff. It also improves brain health, and it's just good all around. I try to get blueberries as much as I can, but they're so expensive though. Like 1 pint of blueberries is like $5 where I'm at, and the price of it, and also not only the price, but also once you get it, it's only good for like 2 days, and then you have to eat it within 2 days, and then you got to go shopping for more. I guess if you get frozen blueberries, you can keep it in your freezer, and it's not as expensive, which I do also, but not much as the fresh ones. But yeah, like a breakfast like this, where I had this on February 18th, this was a breakfast that I had. This is all juiced up into this. So all that turned into a juice. And so this is really good because this type of breakfast here contains a lot of nitric oxide, especially from the kale, the dandelion greens, and the raw beet. So nitric oxide is really good for heart health, and also kale is just a good source of things like calcium, magnesium, and even some protein and things like that. So this is all like a full balanced meal that turned into this. Juiced all that into that. So these are some of the things that I eat on a regular basis. I don't have any animal stuff right now at all in my diet. I don't have any eggs, any kind of dairy, any kind of meats. I'm not exactly a vegan because the true definition of a vegan means that you are totally against the killing of animals and stuff. But since I have genuine leather chairs, leather couches, a snake skin wallet, I also consume bee products like honey and bee pollen sometimes, and that's also non-vegan food. So I'm not a couple times a year I might have like a piece of meat, just because that's what I used to eat all the time, was meat, eggs, and dairy all the time. And so on a few times a year, I do like allow myself to have that as like kind of like a cheat meal, sort of. This is another dinner that I had a year ago, just random greens and another. So that's usually what my dinner looks like, is either something like this or like what I had the other day, like this. And it's really good because it actually tastes like a delicious salad. I put like cayenne pepper, cumin, a little bit of turmeric root powder. I always have the only items there. This is a mixture of raw ingredients and also steamed ingredients. The items that are steamed in here are Brussels sprouts and the mushrooms. And also the tomatoes are steamed. And I take the skins off the tomatoes because tomato skins contain a lot of lectins, and they're very hard to digest on your body. It can cause cramping. So I take off the tomato skins. And some things in here are lightly steamed, like the broccoli and the cauliflower are just lightly steamed. They are steamed less than the mushrooms and the tomatoes, and also Brussels sprouts. Also, the carrots are lightly steamed as well. Also, I consume a mixture of raw carrots, raw broccoli, raw cauliflower, and also a mixture of steamed versions of that too. Because if you get a mix of both, then you get a more diverse microbiome in your gut. Because different bacteria will either eat the raw broccoli and cauliflower versus some bacteria will eat the steamed raw or the steamed broccoli and steamed cauliflower and steamed carrots. So you get a more diverse microbiome if you eat steamed and raw. So I try to get a mix of both. And I always have 1 clove of raw garlic every day, along with 3 bulbs of black garlic. You can see a black garlic here, garlic here. If you combine the two, they have like a synergistic effect of helping your arteries stay healthy. So I do that. What other things do I have? The water that I consume daily is 90% Evian water and then like 10% Fiji water. So yeah, I do drink bottled water on a regular basis. Mostly it's Evian because it's cheaper. It's just a cheap, high quality water. If you want the healthiest and cheapest bottled water, go for Evian. I've done a lot of research on waters and bottled waters. I know I could have like more like filtered tap water, but the tap water in my area sucks. I read the stuff that comes from my city's tap water, and there is a lot of really bad heavy metals and pollutants in my tap water. So I don't drink my tap water. I don't even drink it filtered. So, because a lot of the stuff that my filter does not filter out a lot of the contaminants in my water. So I go for bottled water, and I mostly 90% of it is Evian water, followed by 10% of Fiji water. That's all my water intake. That's where my water comes from. And yeah, I never cook anything, and I especially never cook anything in oils. I used to cook stuff in oils. That's probably what gave me my heart problem, is cooking meats in oils. Things like that is probably what gave me my heart problem to begin with. Is like I'll have like a bunch of coconut oil on a pan and I'll stir fry vegetables in it along with meats and eggs and all kinds of saturated fats, and that's probably what gave me my heart problem. So this is what I'm doing to reverse my heart problem, is things like this, like all these blood oranges. So that's what I'm trying to do to reverse my problem. Let's see, what else is worth discussing here? Some other things I consume on a regular basis is matcha green tea. I consume that on a regular. I consume about 1 teaspoon a day of matcha green tea, and also cocoa powder. I consume about 1 tablespoon of cocoa powder. The thing is, though, I actually switched from cocoa nibs to cocoa powder very recently, and the reason why is because cocoa powder has the saturated fat taken out of it. So it's all the benefits of chocolate without the fat. And I just recently realized that. I didn't even know about that. So I don't have cocoa nibs anymore, because cocoa nibs is the whole beans that have been crushed. But the cocoa powder, at least most cocoa powders have the fat taken out. So it's all the benefits of the chocolate, but without all the fat, without all the saturated fat. So I have now switched to that only just like 2 weeks ago, and man, it's just been so much better with that. I'm very glad I discovered that. I didn't even know about that. I didn't even know that cocoa powder was basically the chocolate beans, but with the fat taken out. At least most cocoa powders. Because I'm trying to do an ultra low fat diet. Very little fats in my diet. Fats are bad for the heart in general. And if you're actually trying to reverse heart disease, you don't want to have like any fat in your diet, especially saturated fats. So I'm eating a ultra low fat diet with no oils and just basically fresh produce with some steamed items. Like I said, like this item, my dinner does usually contain a mixture of raw and steamed. And so I think steamed vegetables are not that bad, especially if you consume a diverse amount of them, like some steamed, some raw. Like some of the broccoli in here is raw and some is steamed. Because like I was saying, if you consume a variety of steamed and raw, then you have a more diverse microbiome. Because some good friendly bacteria like to eat steamed vegetables, and some don't. And some of the ones that do eat steamed are very high quality bacteria that you want. So what other things am I eating on a regular basis? I do have about I do have a tablespoon of raw unfiltered honey every day, and I put that in my matcha green tea. I have been questioning that lately, whether or not that's good for me or not. But I feel like from all the research I've gathered, I think it's like neutral overall, because honey does have some benefits on like lowering cholesterol, and it's also it helps improve your blood profile. So I think it's like a neutral thing. It makes my tea taste a lot better, so I've been sticking with that. What else am I eating on a regular basis? Besides the beans, I ferment my own beans, and let me see if I can find some pictures of that here. Yeah, so I ferment my own beans once every 10 days or so. I will soak beans for 24 hours, and then I will steam pressure them for what's on those beans. This is fermented beans. That's all bacteria. All that slime is bacteria. It's bacteria. It's not a sauce. It's not a concoction. It's the bacteria is actually coating the beans. It's called natto. Not many people know what natto is. But like, for example, this is me making the natto. It's actually a very hard process to ferment natto. It's kind of difficult because I've had to throw a lot of batches out because it took me a while to get used to making natto. It's a very difficult process. There is actually competitions in Japan for fermenting natto because it's just so difficult, and it's kind of an art form. This is me preparing to inoculate my natto with the starter stuff. Put the beans in a tray, put the starter in it, mix it up, and then I ferment the beans for 15 hours at 105 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, my parents gave me this shirt for Christmas called Natto Ninja because they're like this. They're just so amused by my natto making abilities. When you're actually, I'm home alone. There's no one in my house yet. I'm wearing a mask, and it's like, why am I wearing an N95 mask in my house by myself? And the reason why is because when you're fermenting natto, you don't want to have other bacteria in there competing with the natto. So believe it or not, every time you breathe out, you're breathing out bacteria spores and stuff into the air, and it can land into your natto, and you could be fermenting the bacteria that's in your mouth instead of the natto. And trust me, you don't want that. That turns out very, very nasty, and you have to throw it out. So it's highly recommended to wear a mask so that you don't breathe out bacteria into your fermentation. This is a random picture of my house I took a few days ago. For those of you who want to see what the inside of my house looks like. This is where I'm sitting right here. This is my computer room right here. I have an in-wall aquarium over there, tapestry. I have a Quake chandelier right there, and it's my living room over here. Stove and kitchen. I'm standing in my kitchen looking down into my house. So yeah, I make my own natto, and I eat it every day, except for on Tuesdays. Because like I said, Tuesdays I don't eat anything at all. It's a fasting day. So that's part of my strategy for improving my heart health. And let's see, what else do I eat on a regular basis? I mean, that's really it. My diet's very simple, mostly just fresh fruit and vegetables with some steamed items I might have. And sometimes for dinner, I might have just fruit for dinner instead of a salad. Like, it takes me about 25-30 minutes to make my salad. So on days where I'm lazy and I don't want to make a salad, I'll just have like 5 apples, or I'll have like a small amount of fruit, or I have like 4 or 5 oranges for dinner, or I'll have just like a bowl of oatmeal. I generally don't have any starch in my diet, but on occasion I might have a bowl of oatmeal instead of like the salad. But yeah, that's generally what I have every day. Oh yeah, I have 1 Brazil nut every day, and that's all my total nut intake is 1 Brazil nut a day. Because Brazil nuts contain a very high amount of selenium that you want to get. Oh yeah, another strategy that I'm doing to try to correct my problem is that I do, with the daily intermittent fasting, I wake up and I do a 20-minute light cardio workout in my basement. And then I follow that by, once I'm done with the cardio workout, then I go upstairs and I make a drink concoction that has 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar with water, because you definitely want to dilute apple cider vinegar. It's very strong. It can rot your teeth, but so I dilute 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar in the Evian water, and then I drink that down. And then I swish water in my mouth to make sure I get all the apple cider vinegar out of my mouth. You don't want the vinegar to be sitting on your teeth, because it can actually melt your teeth. And that's the thing with vinegar in general, is that it can actually melt calcium. It just melts and dissolves calcium. Which brings me to the next thing, is that all the calcium deposits that are in your arteries can be melted down by the vinegar going through you you're on an empty stomach. And what also softens metals? Heat. Heat can soften metals. Heck, if you have enough heat, you can melt metals into a liquid. But even if you just heat up the metals just a little bit, then it can be enough to soften the metals that are in your body for your body to then remove them. So what I do after I get done drinking the 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar is I hop in my full spectrum infrared sauna for a good half hour. I do that right after doing my 20-minute cardio workout on an empty stomach. So there's 3 powerful things going on when I'm in my sauna every other morning. I do this every other morning, not every single morning. Every other morning I do this. And so I'm in my sauna in a fasted state with apple cider vinegar running through me in a full spectrum infrared sauna. My body's all heated up nicely. So this is just a theory of mine. I have not really seen any direct evidence, I have not read any direct evidence that this would work. But it seems to me like this would be a powerful way to decalcify your system. Any kind of calcium deposits you have in your arteries. Like me, I have severe aortic stenosis, which is basically calcified heart valves. There's very hard amounts of calcium that have been calcified into my heart valves and arteries. So this is a theory I have of mine. To get rid of it is to be in the state quite frequently where I'm heating up the metals and then I'm having the vinegar dissolve them while in a fasted state. Because when you're in a fasted state, your body is more likely to remove things in your body that don't belong in you. So I combine the 3 together, the heat, the vinegar, and the fasting. I think that's a very powerful combination for decalcification. So I do that every other morning in my sauna for 30 minutes. And in my infrared sauna, I have full spectrum heaters. And I'll literally stick my heart within 1.5 feet away from that full spectrum lamp so that I can feel my heart getting really heated up. And for those who don't know, there's 2 main different types of saunas. There's infrared sauna and then there's a dry sauna. Most saunas that you'll see at gyms and health locations are the dry saunas. And the dry saunas are saunas that heat you from the outside in, whereas the infrared saunas heat you from the inside out. Infrared saunas are generally more powerful at detoxification and at heating your inside of your body. The thing is, from my experience, I've used dry saunas a lot as well as the infrared sauna because I have an infrared sauna in my house. So I use it regularly. And actually, I can show you a link of what my sauna is. Even though I don't have an actual picture of it in my house, I should take some pictures of it. But the infrared sauna I have in my house, I can show you the exact product I have at this website here. I got my sauna about 5 years ago, maybe 4 years ago now. Actually, I got it almost right when I was diagnosed with my heart problem. And this is the brand I got, Clear Light Infrared Saunas. And I can show you the exact model number that I got. So I got the Sanctuary Y. This is the one I have. You can get smaller ones. And the thing is, these are full spectrum infrared saunas with low EMIs. And it has near infrared, far infrared, and mid infrared, full spectrum infrared saunas. So I did a lot of research in saunas back in the day, and I came to the conclusion that this brand here is the best. They have the lowest EMIs, they have the best spectrum of the infrared, so it has the highest, it will give you the highest health quality. So I got the Sanctuary Y, and the reason why I wanted to go with a bigger one is that it's big enough to where you can actually work out in your sauna. So what I do with my sauna is that I'm able to actually do yoga in my sauna. I actually took the benches out. I don't even have the benches in there, so that way I can do stretches, I can do push-ups, I can stand up and do different yoga poses in my sauna, so I can do yoga and a sauna session at the exact same time. So this is the sauna that I have, and it's been a very good investment into my life. The only bad thing about this, it was a pain in the butt putting this thing together, because all the sides came in a separate box, and I had to put it together, and the instructions sucked ass. The instructions for putting this together was not well written, and it was very difficult to put this thing together. But I finally did. After like 30 hours of work, I finally put it together. But after I did, everything's all good. There's actually also speakers in the sauna that are connected to my whole house audio system. So like I can hear things that are coming from my PC that's playing upstairs, and also everywhere else in my house, in my sauna too. So I can have put like a health podcast on, or a Twitch stream, or music or anything while I'm in my sauna. So that's huge. And another thing, so like I'm saying, the sauna might be one of the single biggest aspects that could reverse my problem. Because like I was saying, I use my sauna always in a fasted state with apple cider vinegar running through me to try to decalcify all the plaques and stuff that are causing my heart problem. So that is a big part of my strategy, and to try and reverse my heart problem is this also. Another thing that I'm doing regularly also is that I also have a steam room in my house. I know that kind of might blow your mind a little bit, but yes, I have a custom-made steam room in my house that was built just last year. And I showed this on my stream just like I think 2 days ago. I'm going to see if I can try to get some images on that. It was a whole bathroom remodel, and the bathroom remodel is a castle themed bathroom. So it's a gothic castle themed bathroom with a steam shower in it. The steam room is see, some of the statues hanging up in this bathroom, that in my bathroom model, is pretty wicked. This is a Medusa head that's hanging up behind the toilet. And I should take some more pictures of this bathroom, because this bathroom is insane. I have like a gargoyle statue here, and there's a screen inside the shower that kind of shows you. I can do anything with the screen in my steam shower. This allows me to watch YouTube videos, Twitch channels. I can control my steam shower, and also there's a rain head, there's a wand, there's a fog-free mirror, all in the steam shower. There's a fold-out bench right there. There's a sliding glass door. This whole thing is vapor sealed. The whole bathroom is vapor sealed tight so that no vapors can escape through this room, because steam is a vapor, and if you just had drywall behind all these tiles, then steam can actually penetrate through your wall and mold the wood that's around in your house. So you have to have a vapor seal all the way around this, not even just in the steam shower, but like in the entire bathroom is vapor sealed. Even the ceilings are tiled and vapor sealed. Everything is vapor sealed. Building a steam shower is way more in depth than just building a regular shower. Because with a regular shower, you can just have drywall behind these tiles and be fine. But with a steam room, you got to vapor seal everything. It's crazy. I had to go through a learning process and making sure that I found a contractor that knew how to do all this stuff. And even the contractor that did build this, he didn't even know what he was doing, because he didn't even really build a steam shower before. So I had to tell him what to do. I had to tell him to make sure you get Curdy boards behind the tiles so that it's vapor sealed and all that stuff. This is what the looks like standing outside of it. Actually, I have a video. Let me see if I can find this video of me walking around in the bathroom. If I can find this real quickly, you guys might like this video. Let's see here. Oh yeah, believe it or not, I actually have. I have like 100 hours or more of recording footage of them building this bathroom a year ago, because it was quite an experience for me. Um, I was actually planning this bathroom remodel for over 15 years. I've been planning this for a long time, and I am the architect of this bathroom. Like, I picked out all the products, all the tiles, all the design, all the measurements, everything. And then I had a contractor come in and follow my blueprints to build it.
Do you guys plan on cutting the floor over here as well?
They actually had to drill out 3 inches down in my rafters just to make my shower floor flush with the bathroom floor. So they actually had to like drill down on the rafters and then re-support the rafters with other beams in the bathroom shower floor.
So this will be a pretty smooth transition.
So anyway, I did a lot of this just to improve my heart health, so I have a steam shower to use to improve my heart health.
Isn't that weird, that door not shutting on you?
But this was a very fun project, though. Also, just watching them build this thing, I have like all the different, like I record maybe 15 minutes a day of them building this thing. Like we can jump ahead and to like here's day 5. This guy here, he did all the work. This was his helper, but this was like the mastermind guy that basically did all the work. He was here like every day for like 10 hours a day for a couple months
I think on that wall down there.
building this thing.
Oh yeah, that's what we agree on.
This is day 11, so you can see now that they're installing the wand. That is the water to the wand. That's the water to the regular shower head. And right there's a fog-free mirrors labeled right there. The reset light will go up there at the top.
Yeah, Len goes over a bunch of things. I'm trying to get the
A steam generator will go downstairs in the basement on that shelf. That's the steam generator right there. So they're gonna mount the steam generator on this shelf in my basement. Whoa.
needs to be. It's got that big cord on the back. That's why we couldn't get it.
All these products are from Thermosol, or all my steam shower parts are from Thermosol, in case you guys wanted to know. This is I think it's the highest quality steam shower products that you can get.
Flow and temperature through the touchscreen.
So they got their parts, huh?
I did ask them. They said yes. Yeah, I've been waiting for months for that.
But yeah, watching them build this bathroom was crazy. It was a crazy experience. I pretty much watched the entire thing. Like, I recorded a lot of footage of them building this thing, of this bathroom. This is a whole bathroom remodel that happened just last year. So the final result. Well, you can watch them like on day 34, day 11 of tiling. We'll just skip ahead to a random day of tiling. So this is day 34, and you can see the tiles have now started happening. I'll show you more of a.
I'll make that grout test.
Oh yeah.
Do I have a better video?
Okay. The black actually turned out to be a charcoal, and then the charcoal turned out to be like a tannish gray.
Who's touching? Oh yeah. Okay, watch this. This is the final result, basically. Actually, it's not finished yet because the glass hasn't been installed yet. This is everything but the glass. This is so cool. But yeah, the multicolored lights on the rain head is amazing. It'll shift around and stuff. It's great. I have it on like 24/7, and there's a reset light right behind the rainfall tile accent shining down onto the wall. That is a 10-inch LCD touchscreen. All these tiles are picked out by me, and all these designs on the tiles were all picked out by me. All that rainfall accent.
67 different sprays. If I turn this lever.
Yeah, that rain head has 67 different spray positions.
All these different options. That's so crazy.
Yeah, this is my newly remodeled bathroom that was done a year ago. It's also a steam shower. You can see the steam outlet. Yeah, here, I'm going to pause it. Right there, you see that black thing? That's right where the steam can come out. There's a rain head, fog-free mirror, 10-inch touchscreen. There's a fold-out bench that hasn't been installed yet. And also a sliding glass door that hasn't been installed yet either. So this is still the bathroom under construction. There's still about...
I am impressed with what I have created here. This is insane. It feels like I'm at the ocean right now. It literally feels like I'm at the ocean with this breeze flying at me with mist.
This was like the first day that I actually tested out the rain head and also the shower head and everything. Because they just finished the tiling. They just finished the tiles. The tiles are all dried, so I was able to actually turn the water on for like the first time. So I was just so blown away by all this. And it's not even done yet. They still needed to install a bunch of other things, which is done now. But yeah, I really like my bathroom a lot.
I turned it off. That's crazy. Start the steam. I can get Netflix on here and a bunch of other apps. I can watch movies eventually once I get that enabled.
Yeah, I think the steam unit was working at this time. I don't know if I turned it on during this video or not. It's been a while since I actually watched this video.
Let's get a fireplace in the shower. There's now speakers inside the shower and in the bathroom enabled, along with brand new keypads to make them work. I can change the sources on the fly. Steam is going to start coming out here in just a moment.
Anyway, I like my bathroom a lot. It's been in the planning for like 15 years. I've been planning this for 15 years now.
I think steam should start coming out. Maybe I turn that off. I'd have to go. Might have to check that out. I haven't actually turned this on in over a month or two. It may not work. I don't know. here, construction going. There's still more construction. Toilet hasn't been installed yet. They're going to start installing the LED strip lights. Once the LED strip lights are in here, this bathroom is going to be the most amazing bathroom.
Yeah, the LED strip lights did make the bathroom look so much better lighting-wise. Like the lights will shine down onto the walls because the walls
I
have.
don't think the steam is going to turn on.
The tiles have 3D bump maps on the walls, which makes the LED lighting shining down on them so much better on them.
Turn that off. Bluetooth. Intensity of the rain headlight. Alright.
Anyway, yeah, that's that. Oop. So, yeah, this was another construction picture here. This is what the old bathroom used to look like before it was demolished. You might find that a little interesting. It's just a basic old bathroom. Actually, some of this was partially remodeled, like some of the tiles on the floor and this cabinet and all these sinks and stuff were new. No, I actually reused one of the sinks for the new remodeled bathroom, and then the other one is stored in my basement. Because these sinks are expensive. They are not cheap, and the people who make these sinks anymore are no longer in business. So I can probably sell the other one for a lot of money. Or use it for like something else. These things look amazing. But yeah, the old bathroom looked like that. That was my old bathroom. Actually, I took like 5,000 showers in this bathroom. 5,000 showers. I did the math. It's about 5,000 showers I took in this bathroom until I built my new steam room instead, which I like so much better. But yeah, this was the old bathroom before it was demolished. This is what it looked like. I'm already looking at tiles and stuff. See, I have tiles spaced out on the floor to try to get me an idea of like what I would like to have. Let's see. But yeah, that's that. This is what it looked like looking out from the hall. So it went from this to that. This to that, or this to that. From this to that. Big difference, huh? Anyways, that was the bath. So this is so let's get back on track to the heart health stuff I was talking about earlier. So one of my motivations for building a steam room in my house. This steam room is 3 foot by 6 foot. 3 foot by 6 foot. It's a pretty big area. There's a fold-out bench in there, and it's tightly sealed to keep the steam in. And there's speakers in there, and so I can listen to stuff while I'm in there, or watch a video on the screen. I do this about within an hour or two before I go to sleep every night. I do like a 15-minute session, and it's been helping me sleep a lot better. Also, I might do this in the morning on the days that I don't use my infrared sauna. I'll use this to help reduce stress and also improve circulation to improve heart health. So this is another piece of my arsenal to help me improve my heart health is the steam room. And yeah, so along with the infrared sauna and also this, that's been helping out quite a bit. So other things that I have that I'm trying to do to improve the health, my health is, I think I pretty much almost explained just about everything that I do. I pretty much went through my entire diet that I do regularly and the things that I use to improve my health. During the summertime, I will be laying out in the sun to get energy from the sun, to get vitamin D. During the summer and spring and late and early fall, I'll do that. Although I can't do it right now because it's just the sun is just too weak at the moment. I'll take vitamin D pills instead right now, and then I'll stop taking the vitamin D pills once I'm able to lay out in the sun. And I don't lay out in the sun to get a tan. I'll just lay out in the sun to just get energy for vitamin D and things like that. And man, energy from the sun is great. Like, I can feel the difference, like the before and after, and it just beats the snot out of any vitamin D pill. It's just so much more effective. What ways does steam shower improve your health? It improves circulation, improves blood circulation. It will help detoxify your body. It will help reduce stress. It will calm you down. It will lower your heart rate. It will lower your resting heart rate. Improve blood pressure, and yeah, if you do research on steam rooms and heart health, you'll read about all that stuff in there. Yes, I have an infrared sauna. I have a full spectrum infrared sauna in my house. Remember if I had that up somewhere. I don't remember. Yeah, this is the sauna I have in my basement. This is the exact sauna that I have. Here, I'll put a link here in case you want to check it out. So I have the Sanctuary Y sauna from Clear Light infrared sauna. It is a full spectrum infrared sauna, and it allows me to do yoga inside my sauna. It's so big, it's big enough to where I can actually do yoga inside my sauna. I take the benches out. I don't have the benches in there. It came with 2 benches, but I don't use the benches, so I have more room to like stand up, I do stretches and yoga poses and things like that in my sauna. I got this like 4 years ago now. I've been using it now for 4 years, still regularly, on a regular basis. And I really think this has improved my health quite a bit, using this regularly. So, yeah, that's part of my strategy for improving heart health, and I think that's about. I think I'm probably gonna go cut my stream right now and go eat, and then I probably come back on and play some WoW. Because right now I'm in the Shimmering Flats right now, and I did play for an hour earlier today, and also I played for like 5 hours yesterday off stream. But like, I think once I'm done eating, I can come back on and I'll be able to stream for like good 5 hours or so tonight on this. I'm just doing the Shimmering Flats grind right now at the moment. What do I do for work? This is what I do for work, is I make leveling guides for WoW. I've been doing that for 13, or no, more. How long have I been doing this for? Since 2006, so 16 years now. Although from 2013 to 2017, I didn't do that. I was a full-time streamer from 2013 to 2017, doing retro speedruns during that period of time. But then I went full-time back to level and guide work in the very beginning of 2018. Have I been to a hot spring? No, but I want to. I have been to the King Spa in Dallas, Texas, and that was amazing, by the way. I really like that experience a lot. The King Spa has like 20 different types of rooms to go into, like different saunas and steam rooms and like cold rooms, even like igloos. You go in there with like very little humidity and high and only like maybe like 10 below zero. You go in there for like a good 5 minutes, and then you go right into a steam room after that, and then you go into this room after that. It was crazy. It's called the King Spa in Dallas, Texas, and it was crazy. That was a crazy experience. I only went there one time when I went on vacation there. It was just a crazy experience. I would go there again. I wish there was a place like that right next to me, but there isn't. I can't find anything like that anywhere around here. You missed my Castlevania streams. Yeah, one of these days I'll get back to that. Not sure when. The Castlevania retro streams were from 2013 to 2017. But since otherwise, I've just been doing level and guide work for a while. Is what I do full time right now. So I think I covered all the heart health stuff. So you know that February is Heart Awareness Month. That's the whole reason why I'm doing this stream. You won't see me do a stream like this any other time of the year, except for maybe once or twice in February, and that's it. This is Heart Awareness Month. That's why I'm like kind of showing you some of my strategies to improving my heart health, and also, you know, letting you guys know like heart health is serious stuff, because the number one reason why people die in this world is because of heart problems and heart issues. But 99% of them can be prevented and even reversed and all this stuff. But like if you just continue to eat an unhealthy diet, then you're just going to go down in a downward spiral towards unhealthy heart health. And it's just, you won't even know it until it hits you, like it did with me. In 2017, I was diagnosed with severe heart disease, and my doctor told me I had within 5 years to live. And I thought I was healthy. I thought I was fine. I was so shocked by that. So I changed my life. I've changed a lot of things. I bought that sauna. I bought the steam room. I totally changed my diet. I changed my diet around completely after I was diagnosed with that. So it's just so important to take care of your heart. Otherwise, you never know what could happen. Anyway, that's going to be it for the stream. I'm actually going to go get something to eat, and then I'll come back on a little later and stream some WoW. But yeah. See you guys later. Thanks for watching this health podcast or whatever, or discussion, or whatever you want to call it. Hope you guys maybe got some good tips. Anybody have any questions, like heart health questions or anything like that? Anything related with that? No, I'm just gonna go wrap. I'm gonna go eat my natto right now. Alright, no questions. Well, that's going to be it for now. Thanks for watching. Look for my WoW stream later on, I guess. And see you guys later.